She said to me, I want you to look like Brooke Shields. When you pick me up at school, I think the moms expect it, and I think you're letting them down by wearing sweatpants and Uggs and not doing anything to your makeup or your hair. That's my 16-year-old. Hi, I am Brooke Shields, and this is my Women's Health Body Scan. What do I love most about my body and why? I love how strong my body is. I love that I've been able to do 8 shows a week for months and months and months, get stronger and stronger. I love that I can break a femur and have to learn how to walk again, and I am as good as new. I love the strength of my body. I have 4 tattoos, one that I'm in the process of removing because I got it in Thailand with the long bamboo thing, and it was a beautiful process, but it's just completely bleeding and it looks kind of messy, so I'm in the process of getting that removed. I think the most meaningful tattoo that I have was when my daughter, as a graduation present, asked me if I would get a tattoo with her. Since she was born, I've called her Bug, and we each got a little ladybug. She got it on her ankle, I got it on my wrist. I'm gonna cover up the part that I'm getting removed because that's my tattoo. I had one on my ankle that I got in honor of my mom. It's her favorite flower, Lily of the Valley. The other ones are not in visible places. I am surprised at myself that I like tattoos. I think it's as badass as I get. I don't get tired of them. I can see how you can go down the rabbit hole of getting too many, so I'm not gonna go overboard. I got my ears pierced for the first time when I was 10. My mother wanted to come with me and get her ears pierced too. She made me go first, which baffled me. But anyway, I was like, well, I'm gonna go first, and I'm gonna show you how brave I am. And I got my ears pierced first. Oh, a couple years later, my older daughter wanted to get her ears pierced. She wanted me to get another one. And then I had 2 and 2. My younger daughter wanted to get her ears pierced. So that was the 3rd. And then just recently I got a 4th. My first scar was when I was 9. My mother told me, do not jump on the couch, and I proceeded, the minute she left me with the babysitter, to jump on the couch, and I got really high and lost my balance. My nose went into the TV, and I slashed open my nose. I thought I was being punished for jumping on the couch. Next one I got, Dad was taking me to father-daughter school skating party. I tripped and fell in front of him, and he was wearing hockey skates, and he ran over my pinky. That's gone away. I don't know which one it was. 3rd scar, I put ice down my half-sister's nanny's back as I was running from her. I slipped and fell on slate, popped my knee open, and my stepmother took me to the hospital, and I wouldn't hold her hand because I said, you're not my mother. I really made it difficult for her. But I actually have a scar from here all the way up to here. It's really not pretty. It's very disfiguring, but it's a great reminder of what a survivor I am, because my whole leg is metal now. There's rods going in my hip and going all the way down with screws and plates, and I'm completely held together by titanium. It's not pretty. It's so sort of severe. The other ones, you know, end up kind of going away. I was on a balance board and I flew up off of it and then came crashing down on cement. I just hit it perfectly, and I just broke the femur. It wasn't an exciting injury. It wasn't skydiving or anything, but it's all better now. It just doesn't look really pretty. I did a bathing suit ad for Aerie with my girls. They for some reason, thought it was important to show the scar. It was amazing how positive the response was. Like, people were like, thank you, you know, you made it normal, and I can't really fix it, so I might as well not be ashamed of it. I'm used to showing or revealing my interior scars or my emotional scars. I just never really thought of the physical ones in the same way. I have had so much done to my hair. If I'm not working, I don't do anything to my hair. True Botanicals just came out with, it's like a serum that you can use on wet or dry hair. I've noticed that that helps if my hair feels a little dry. And sometimes I'll just put a lot of it on with my hair wet and then just put it in a French braid and just leave it for a while and then rinse it out. That's been really sort of a new hair care tool that I've gotten. And if I don't have to work, I do not do anything with my hair. I just try to give it a break. Now that there's this beautiful thing called gray hair, it's practically every 2 weeks, or if I'm lucky, 3, I have to get my roots done. And that is just a pain in the ass. These are things we women after a certain age have to deal with, and I'm not ready to go gray. Andie MacDowell, I think, looks gorgeous. There's so many women who can pull it off. Mine's not appealing to me at this moment. I love my hair when it's got highlights in it, but I couldn't even tell you what my normal hair would look like now. It'd probably be all gray. My daughter said, I want you to be one of those women that has like, a bob and is all gray. And I was like, you are not my daughter. Get out of this house. And then yesterday she said, I think I want you to go really dark. And then my husband goes, she went really dark one time, and it wasn't a good thing. It did not look good. It looked kind of freaky. And then she said, okay, well, really blonde. I was like, can I just be the way I am right now and just be happy? My mom used to say, soap and water and moisture. That's all you need. I used to do that, but I didn't take care of my skin per se. I started working with True Botanicals and actually understanding their products. I'm loving them, and they're not too many steps. You can make it many steps, but they have this serum. You put vitamin C powder in it, and I sort of put it all together and put it on my face, and then I put their Pure Radiance oil on. It just smells so good. It's a wonderful product. The women that started it, I'm in awe of them, and it's been nice to sort of finally understand my skincare. I just think I left my face to everybody else, and I didn't think about it. I just sort of wore sunscreen, and that was it. I love nails. I've loved nails since I was a kid. Look back at all of my old photos. I broke a nail, and you could see the pain on my face, and I just had to go back to sort of the square shape, but I had the sort of pointier shape that made my man hands look a little bit more feminine. I don't like acrylic. I used to do acrylic. I do gel, and I always love decorating my nails. If I could, I would design a whole nail brand. I put little uteruses on my nails because I'm about to play a gynecologist. It's funny, you ask men about it, and they're like, is that a skull? No, numbnuts, it's a uterus. I love nails. People keep saying it's because I went to school in New Jersey. That is not it. This is just me loving the adornment of nails, decorating on nails, things on nails. It makes me happy. I think mental health is one of the most important areas that we need to focus on and talk about. I think we are starting to be able to do that. One of the reasons that I started Beginning Is Now as a brand and a platform was because what happens as we age really does affect our mental health in so many different ways. I have been seeing the same therapist since 1987. She's been extraordinary, and she's saved my life. I had very severe postpartum depression, and I did not know what that was. And there was such a stigma around it, and I had such shame. And when I realized that this needed to be talked about, I started speaking up about it. At Beginning Is Now, we have a whole section of sort of unspoken topics and why we're ashamed to say certain things and how we need a community to talk about these things. I'm the person that panics when someone says you should meditate. As I've gotten older, I've started doing things that are meditative, like single focus things. And to me, that's my form of meditation. But the tools that I have used for mental health is medication, is therapy, is reaching out to people and talking about how I feel. And once you realize you're not alone, all of aspects of mental health are so isolating, and they're custom made, and the person going through it is the only person going through it. And that's true for that person, but when you provide people with a community to really talk and realize that they're not alone, it's amazing how emotional it is, but how helpful it is to people. That was one of the reasons why when I started Beginning Is Now, I was like, wait a minute, I am this age, 57, and I'm not done. For me, beginning is right now. And I talk to all the other moms whose kids are leaving the nest and they don't know what their next chapter is. It's scary to be in this phase of your life and not have a support system. I recently had something happen where my whole body just revolted. I just started shaking and sweating, and it was the closest thing I had ever felt to the period of time when I was undiagnosed having postpartum depression. Having gone through that, I realized I wasn't in fact dying. I was, because I had gone through that. So the physical body is extremely affected by our emotional health, and that is our mental health, and we don't realize it. I'm a person who powers through everything. These are things you cannot will yourself through. You can't just get over it. We're taught to do that, and we're taught that it's shameful to have postpartum depression. You should be lucky you have a baby. Or, your kid is struggling from something, and all of a sudden, people think it reflects on them. It's like, no, this stuff exists across the board. It does not discriminate, and we need to make the tools available for all of us so that people don't suffer in silence. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to Women's Health. And while you're at it, go join the community at Beginning Is Now. Instagram, website. Please come and join the community. You won't be sorry.